All right. Well, moving on from that for now, we're going to talk about another set concept that was introduced to us. I believe this one's by Sokoda. Yep, it sure is. Sakoda still in the game, still rocking all the incredible sets and stuff. This one, no exception. This is the Borax Destroyer, or Devourer, not Destroyer, sorry. And this is more of a kind of your traditional sort of Lego vehicle set.
The Rahkshi mobile.
Rahkshi mobile, very Ninjago seeming. I like it. Yeah, I think it looks really kind.
Yeah,
I like the skeletal aspects on the car.
Which is about what I'm gonna say around $40, $39.99.
Nah, it looks like it'd be roughly that price too. It works for the price point. This is sort of taking that concept of using vehicles that are meant to sort of mimic Rahi a bit.
Yeah.
So like last week we were talking about the Kia Shark, the vessel, the boat that was meant to look like a shark. This is sort of like one of those vehicles that looks like another animal, and that works. IMO.
A spiny hedgehog.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he mentions in the topic whether it's actually meant to be a Rahi. I don't think it is.
Nor do I. I think it is just.
I don't think so.
I think it is actually a car.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does
Cool.
look like it's based off of one of these giant Rahi. Although one thing I was thinking of in terms of world building is that some of the vehicles that they make could be built out of Rahi like skeletons.
Yeah.
Or like
Totally works.
If you look at the thing,
that definitely works with the concept he has here.
Mm-hmm. Right. So like they could there's a kind of a larger Rahi that died and the skeletons got rotted out or something, and they just built a thing inside of that.
Look at the wheels. It's so cool.
They have the Rahkshi symbol thing.
Or at least just a spidey symbol.
No, it's supposed to be the Rahkshi symbol. I think you mentioned that later on.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
So cool.
That's really cool. Huh.
The only thing that I have to say about this is that it does veer closer to, and he's right that Lego would definitely want vehicles in their line at some point, but it does veer closer to the. It doesn't feel as Bionicle as some of the other ones did. Like the Matriarch Cavern is the one I'm always pointing to, where I'm like that couldn't be in Ninjago, that couldn't be in anything. This could be in something else, but I do feel that we do need to have at least one of these vehicles. I guess maybe I like how the wheels. I like the decal on the wheels, but like the bulkiness of them kind of make it look a bit almost too modern for what I feel the world's at.
Yeah, well, so like if you look at most Bionicle vehicles that we've had before, wheels have not really been a commonplace. We didn't really see wheels up until 2009, or I think 2009 was the first year they introduced it.
Boulevard, the Destral Cycle. What's an actual set? And to be fair, it didn't use an actual wheel piece.
Destral
but
Cycle.
It did repurpose turbines as a wheel.
Destral Cycle.
Boom.
Yeah,
Picture.
hold up. I'm gonna.
Okay, 2008, sure.
It's not. It's pseudo wheels.
I mean, I'd say those are wheels.
No, that's a wheel. That's a wheel.
Yeah.
What else would they be?
Well, no, I mean the piece itself is turbines. They just smacked two together and used it as a wheel. So I guess in universe it is, but
it's a wheel. But it's fine. My point was that it's just wheels weren't something that we really had in the Bionicle line up until the end. So it definitely kind of feels sort of different than what we're used to. Like most of the vehicles for 2008 felt very Bionicle. They felt like taking that concept that the Usanui introduced and really rolling with that, taking that and expanding upon it.
Right.
Yeah,
I was actually thinking of like
personal spacecraft sort of thing.
I don't mind wheels as long as they're maybe a bit more like cart wheels, or like not actual cart wheels.
But then you wouldn't be able to have epic rolling action.
Well,
I mean that is certainly a quote we can put on the box.
Yeah.
Epic rolling
action.
No, just at that point you got to take away
New from Bionicle.
Take away the point of wheels in the first place. It can't roll.
Whose idea was it to cast Sonic the Hedgehog to do like the advertising for the Bionicle commercials at the end there?
Well, he only did a couple of them, but it was.
He only did like 2009.
New.
It was weird. It was strange. Yeah.
Before it was like new from BIONICLE, and it's like new from BIONICLE. Well, actually, forgot in 2006 there's the pseudo black guy
Ice cold strat
from
breaks the ice.
New from BIONICLE.
BIONICLE.
Yo,
on the loose.
Paraka. Nothing you can do. Gangs on the
I made a little Kanye
We'll
West
be coming
parody on
through.
my Twitter,
Big
and
tree.
I've heard that BIONICLE like a billion times because I had to cut it.
Paraka.
BIONICLE.
It's not Bionicle, it's Bionicle.
Bah.
I think this is racist.
I was just to say, is this racist?
So anyway, I like the set, but we should.
Only racist
disturb
you
it.
have to be.
Hey, we're going to have to get to a point where we're basically just going to have to go through all of Sakoda's designs and be like, this one's staying
This
in.
one's,
This
and then like this one needs some modifications.
The only
He's got,
thing is-
he submitted so many, and they're all so good.
But the thing is that they're all so good. When we actually sit down and get the set list, some of them will just be the straight up the sets he designed. Like as far as I'm concerned, the Motara Caravan, that's a set. Like as far as I'm concerned, that is perfect.
Now I will say
almost
this:
his other stuff is just great. Is almost
in
perfect,
regards
too,
to his
but that
Borax
one, 100%.
minifigure, in order to fit him in the car, he gave him those smaller notched legs from Gremlins, which is what I initially wanted for him. Actually seeing it versus the concept we had last week, where he used that like Darth Maul hip piece to give him the other legs, I'm not feeling it as much.
Yeah,
Only
I want the
because-
Darth Maul piece actually.
I actually just have a dissenting opinion. I think those look perfect, honestly. I think those look really good, in fact.
Well, it's mainly because every Rahkshi's got a gimmick. You know, Turok has the spider legs, Lyrak's a snake, Cthulhu's got the tentacles, Kurak is a big fig, and then Panrak is a spider scorpion hybrid. But Vorak is just kind of a regular dude. I thought his gimmick was going to be like his height. He has nothing going on otherwise.
Yeah,
He's small
He's
and
supposed to be like a
imposing dude.
skeleton, then I guess it makes sense for him to be proportionate, but I don't know.
He's got nothing. He's the Tahu of the Rahkshi. Just the plain person.
You always need your Tahu, Mesa. Tahu is the shelf not warmer. I don't know what you would call that. The one who did. You guys remember when BIONICLE first came out, trying to find a Tahu in store shelves?
I
It was
remember.
impossible.
I
It was
I don't remember that.
I had to settle for Gali because everyone else was sold out.
I settled for Gali as well. She was my very first Toa because I could not find. I checked 4 different Walmarts and Toys R Us's, and like there was no Tahu. Tahu
friends
sold
got-
out everywhere.
Onua and Pohatu were.
I ended up finding him at Kmart. Tahu and Pahatu. Picked them up.
Whenever I think about like shelf warmers, I always think of that scene from Toy Story 2 where what's his name, Stinky Pete was like sitting on a dime store shelf watching every toy be sold. That's exactly I always think about.
That's Qatar.
Oh,
More like it was Skull Slicer. I still see that. set in
gosh.
shelves.
Skull Scorpio.
Yeah, Skull
I got
Scorpio.
4 Skull Scorpios for $2 each a while back because they were on massive clearance.
Those poor Skull
What?
villains just did not translate well to sets.
Nope.
Eh.
No, they did not.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
okay.
about it.
I mean, like that's a fair point about the legs. Maybe it's worth considering looking into that a bit more. But I don't know.
I do think that, like I'm trying
personally,
to
I
think of, like,
really like the way that looks.
If he could have some kind of other gimmick, it could work. I just don't know what that would be.
Honestly, well, I mean, I think
boring.
the reason why I think it works for Borax is because he's supposed to be hunger, and I like the idea of like a taller, lanky thing representing hunger. I think one thing I was kind of thinking of, because you did mention this, Turok has the spider thing because he's fear, right? And that makes sense.
Yeah.
Does Panrak need to be the scorpion? We kind of did that, but like it's kind of just ripping off Turok's thing. We could give him these legs or something like that, and then like he would be like, you know, because isn't he supposed to be kind of like the Panrak? Isn't he supposed to be kind of like more of the smooth talker and the like the trader? He was like some trader or something within the lore, so he could have a bit more of a not necessarily a threatening feel, just kind of like a kind of weird looking, but nothing too crazy. Since you already have the spider thing for someone.
I'll consider it because I love this concept too much to ditch it. What is that? Something weird.
What?
No, he's just like something weird besides the scorpion legs. Like, let's talk about that. What could we do within constraints?
I don't know the scorpion. Do we have a?
No. I think
has he made a concept of Turak yet?
Yes. Let me go.
Can we post that? Let's see what the differences between the two are.
Well, let's also. Okay. Well, let's. I'll bring up my pitch for what we can do differently.
Okay.
Here's the two compared.
Oh, yeah, no, I think that's different enough.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's the shoulder pincers, whatever you call them, and the tail.
Well, yeah, and the way the legs are constructed are completely different. You know, despite like looking similar, they're done differently enough. I really like that Turak actually. Now that I'm seeing it,
Yeah, that's actually a really good design.
it's really good.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it and you want to see more fun content from us, head to the link below to check out our archive channel where we'll be posting the full versions of all of our podcasts going forward. So I hope you go over there and check it out, and have a great day.